Hey, it's Connie Pheiff, your Unstoppable Diva. And today I want to talk about writing. I work with so many clients. Actually, right now, we have several clients that we've submitted proposals to publishers, traditional publishers and hybrid publishers, and just waiting to hear back. And I'm sure we're going to hear something back very, very positive. But it just got me thinking because I always get the question of what's better, traditional, hybrid, or self-publishing? And it's a really interesting question because especially today, you have so many people that are self-publishing, and for a lot of reasons. One, they want to get a book out there, they want to get a book published, and they really don't want to jump through the hoops of getting with the publisher. So just a little tip that I wanted to share with you is that if you're thinking about self-publishing, there's a couple of things that you need to be aware of. Number one, when you self-publish, publishers, traditional publishers, are not going to be very eager to look at you for future writings because you have self-published. And part of that is, part of their skepticism is that there are so many people out there self-publishing over the past 5 to 10 years, over the last decade or so, that they don't, that they don't want to see that person sitting in their traditional space because A, the book wasn't properly proofed for grammar, for formatting. The professional editing must be done on that. And a lot of people skip that because it is pricey, it is costly, but it is a cost that is dearly important, especially if you're going to continue writing. And you want to, get into a traditional publishing company, you want to make sure if you do decide to self-publish that you do it very professionally. It is very professionally done. Now, I'm not saying that they will never consider a self-published author. They will, and they will because, for the second reason, is marketing. Now, on average, people that self-publish a book, if you're lucky, will sell about 500 copies. I've self-published, I've hybrid published, and now I'm going to be working with a traditional publisher. So I've done all of the paths. But marketing is so, so important. And even when you go to have a conversation with a traditional publisher, the number one question they have is, how are you going to make us money? And that all goes back to your marketing. How are you marketing your book? And there's so many strategies that you can do to market your book to take it to number one, way beyond just your family and friends buying your book. This is really getting that book sold and getting people to recognize that book. And then if you're able to do that as a self-publisher, a traditional company will stand up and take notice. The third point that I want to make today is, so we talked about making sure that the book is properly proofed, edited by a professional. Secondly, you want to really take a strong look at your marketing and how you're marketing your book and those marketing strategies. Okay. The third is, a lot of people that write a book, and if you're on the fence and you don't know, should I self-publish? Should I go to a more traditional? If you want to get in a bookstore, you want to go traditional. Okay, because bookstores, again, like publishing companies, because they work together pretty closely, they are looking at, again, these self-published books and saying, okay, this is an unknown author. How are they going to make us money? And if we put that book on our bookshelf, not so much. So if you're going to self-publish, and the thought of getting into a bookstore like Barnes & Noble or any of the major national chains, the chances of that happening are very slim if you're self-publishing. But if you go with a hybrid publisher who will work with you, now you have a name behind you, or a traditional publisher, of course, they're going to get it placed in a bookstore. So those are 3 tips for becoming an author, for writing your book, whether you've already written a book or you are heading down that path. Remember, writing a book is your calling card. That's your business card. And if you're self-publishing, If you look at it that way, you look at it that this is what you're going to use as your calling card, and that it's really not going to put, you know, major dollars in the bank, but it will put some dollars in your bank account. That's great. That's fabulous. That's fantastic. I wish you all the best of luck. Now, if you want some help getting introductions to those publishers and making sure that your book is set up the way it needs to be, give us a shout out. We have a whole publishing section vertical in the Pheiff Group Speakers Bureau, and we'd be glad to help you out. I'm Connie Pheiff, your Unstoppable Diva, and to receive more messages, more tips and tools to scale your business just like this, join us. Join the Activate My Power community for $47 for 1 full year. That's it. And I am going to continue just giving away everything that you need to build your business. So head over to activatemypower.com and register. And I'm Connie Pheiff, your Unstoppable Diva, and I'll see you over there.